stucco. We're going to stucco this house. This is an ESP, which is our panels that we use, engineered steel panel we use on our Incrediboxes, and of course on these beautiful 10x20s. So I'm going to do a how-to stucco, and this is a synthetic stucco from a company called Stucco Flex. You can go on YouTube, watch their videos. It's a great product. It's out of Seattle, Washington. Also, so this is a pan. This is about a, I think it's a 12 to 14 inch pan. We use a knife. The knife fits in the pan. As you can see, it's a little bit of room. You can get these at Lowe's. This is, I think this is a 12 inch knife. It's probably a 12 or 14 inch pan. And then I use a 6 inch. We call them knives. That's a 6 inch knife. I'm glad we got videos because you guys can retract this back and forth and watch it. So what I do is I take the 6 inch knife, get your right in here, Tom. You can show what I'm dipping in here. See, so I'm gonna grab this, right? It's just yucky, and I'm gonna flap it in here, and I take it, wipe my knife off. I'm gonna get a couple scoops out of here, right? Now normally, what I would do is I would take this knife and I would clean the sides of my pan or my bucket, okay, and keep all the mud in the bottom of my pan. Okay, I'm gonna take this because there's got stuff on it. It'll get hard if I leave it out here on the, so I stick it inside the bucket and I put my lid on it. Now that'll stay and it won't get dry and hard on you. On all your knives, they got a little contour to it. I look down this, it bows this way. So if it bows, let me put my hand, it goes this way, right? So this part will go against the house. If I didn't, the edges will dig into the side. All right. So I've looked down my knife, I'm good to go. That's the part I'm gonna use. Now what I like to do is keep all my mud towards this end of the pan, not all the way back here. Keep at that end of it. I'm gonna go in. Now I've got this. Now this is gonna be pretty clean because it's my first scoop. You see the corners? You want them clean. So I just go like that and I clean each corner off. Then when I come up here, and this is good, this is in our way a little bit, so I'll come down, right? I'm gonna get another scoop. Now you can see I've got it on the corner. See that right there? You can see it, Tom? Yep. All right, take it off. You see how it doesn't fall off my knife? Look, kind of thick. I'm gonna come down here, do another one. Now, don't worry about all this stuff. Now let's see it on my boot. You leave it on there, it will, it's water soluble, so it'll wash, but if you leave it on there, you're done. Now, see what I'm doing? So I clean off my knife. You got this right here, so I'll take this, right? Scoop it up, knock off the meat on that thing. I'm gonna start, I don't wanna come all the way down because I'm gonna hit that. Now I'm gonna start my knife here, and I'm gonna work it up. Now I've covered up my screws, I'm good to go. It's all junky on the sides. So remember our knives are curved. I'll take this side of my knife and I'm gonna knock it down. So I'm not touching the middle part, I'm just touching the sides. And then over here, I'm gonna bend my knife, just like that. Okay, and then at the bottom, now remember, you don't have to make this stuff perfect, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's say, look at it, I'm pulling off some of my product, and I'm barely covering them screws. Now see on the bottom how you got that? I've got, can you zooming in and can see all that?
You can definitely see it.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go up. We don't need to worry about it, just leave them go. That's fine, right here. Now, that's done, and this is what we did earlier. Somebody put their fingers in it. But look at this stuff. Look at that, isn't that cool? Let me take you, I'm gonna take this knife, I'm gonna gouge this out, I'm gonna show you what this stuff is like. See that? It's stretch. It stretches. So it's flexible. Now that's cured. And now what we'll do is after this one, this is dried, this will be dried, and you do all your lines. You can see that just took a couple seconds.
Yeah, exactly. So that you'll leave this coat. All right, so this is left until it dries.
Yep.
And then you'll go back and do another coat.
And then let's say this is dry. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna take this again. I'm gonna knock off my corners. Always, if you don't knock off your corners, it's gonna squirt out the side. Right. It's just gonna go out the side.
Yeah, it's like it just...
All right. So let's just say I'm gonna clean up my knife. Sometimes you can add a little water to it. Now this is temperature sensitive. If it's hot outside, this will dry. Don't be doing it in the sun. It'll dry out too quick on you. But if you, now we're on our second coat, you may have to add just a little water to it and mix it up like a blender. So what I do is I'll come over here, because I got this wood trim, like that. Knock off the corners, keep it clean. Now I'm pulling almost all my weight off it. See how clean that is?
Yeah, it's similar to drywall mud. You don't leave it thick.
You don't leave it thick. No. You don't want it thick at all. So now I've got all this going on. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to push weight, and I'm going to push more of my weight over here and let that float over here. So I'm coming down. Now I'm going to show you. See how it's dimply right there? You can take a little bit. It's starting to dry on me. So I'll take a little bit of water, squirt on that, clean my knife off really nice. Look how smooth that stuff is. You can play around with it. Look at the texture difference. Now up here, I didn't put enough water. I didn't put a lot of water, but look how smooth that is. And I'll come down. And I love doing this. Now, the one thing you need to always be conscious of is when you're doing this, you got to be able to start and finish in a spot, right? Let's say it's starting to dry on me just a little bit, and this is why we do 3 coats. You got this one, you may have a little, and if I had more mud and we'd go all the way through and we finish this, that third coat is like a skim coat. This is just for example for you, but that's what you want to do. Always clean off the corners. I'm running out of mud.
This is just a sample.
Yep.
And then always use the spray bottle as you need it for the texture.
You got it. Isn't that pretty? And you guys, some guys do the swirls. You can come back and put a swirl in this if you want with your knife, right, or even any kind of tooling on it. But there you got it. And then you can see how that water's coming across, and you can kind of play with it. Now see how it stopped? There's no water on that. Up here. Yeah. There you have it. Stucco. Have fun with it. If this is something you want to do, get it. Stucco Flex. I encourage you to use this stuff. It's really cool. And you know what? If you mess up, the biggest thing you want to do is don't leave a lot of product on the wall. You can see where it's humped up a little bit right there. That's because we got it thin, and that third coat will bring it right smooth for you. All right? Hope this helps you guys out in the stucco and how we do this. Subscribe to this channel if you will. Thumbs up. Give us a notification. All right. Bye.